Hey y'all, what is up? What is going on? I pray all of you guys are doing well. Today we are just going to go in and talk about this Daniel fast. Well, I meant to say Janelle because that's what this was. In this video, I'm just going to be talking about my experience, what I've been learning, things that I'm recognizing. And honestly, I feel like this was a really great experience. So I will be talking the rest of the video face to face with you. So just stay tuned for that. In these first couple of clips, I just kind of wanted to show you guys how it started. And I started to experiment with things. So here I'm making like this egg wrap, like egg spinach wrap. So instead of having any form of like bread, like tortilla or anything like that, we made it with 2 eggs and a cup of spinach, girl. And I would say I had too much eggs personally because I put eggs inside the wrap as well. And I think that was just too eggy for me. But I think it would be really good with like some turkey meat, some bell peppers, mushroom, you season your vegetables, stuff like that. I think it would be really good. And I did not remake this just because it was low-key a little bit of work. That's why I didn't do that. But yeah. And then after this, we went ahead and made some tuna. And I didn't show y'all the end result of the egg wrap, by the way, girl. I forgot. But we went ahead and made some tuna. I honestly think I prefer the chicken breasts in the can. But it was still good. I think also I didn't pour out enough of the water that was in it. But it was still good. And what I did with this is I sliced up some cucumbers and ate that with that as well. I do want to reiterate that I really think everyone should do a fast that is personalized to them. I needed to fast from social media, bread, and sugar. Those are the things that I feel like kind of keep me binded to distraction and unhealthy things. Sorry if I keep showing you meat clips because I know when people do the Daniel fast, they usually don't eat meat, but please personalize it to you. Hey girly, good morning. I feel like I look crazy. My forehead, I did not bring no baby hairs out today. What is up for you guys? It is nice to see y'all in action. I know I started the video off with just a little voiceover, but I thought I would kind of just come on here and tell y'all how it's been going. Today is the 19th. We started on the 12th, so it's officially a week of fasting. I'm making some chicken. Some chicken sausage because girl, I didn't give up meat. No. I feel like I know my body the best, and my physical goals are to lose fat, and I can't do that if I only eat bread. So I've been portioning. I've been eating like this much a day. Like I don't even eat a lot because what can you eat when you fast, you know? I wanted to tell you guys how the fast has been going. I will say, as far as food goes, man, when day 4 came, I really missed a latte. I really missed my tea, my chai tea that I'd be drinking. I missed it so bad. I was like itching, okay? But I prayed. I read the Bible. I had a good time in the Bible. I was just learning a lot. I finished Matthew. Y'all, I'm actually finishing a book. Since I've never fasted, I finish more of the short books. Matthew is not super long, but it took me a while to kind of finish that, and I finally finished it. So this is my first time officially learning about, you know, Jesus's miracles, him healing, and just, you know, predicting Peter's denial, Judas's betrayal, the Romans, the Pharisees, the religious leaders taking him to be arrested, and you know, they're spitting on him and, you know, beating him up. It's just so sad to see them do that to our God, our Lord, and our Savior. It's just, it was so irritating to read at the end. I just wasn't happy with the end result. And then, you know, he died, then he rose, and then the Pharisees, religious leaders, the Romans, they still put up a lie talking about, oh, we're not good. What did they say? They was talking about, oh, we're just pretend that his disciples came and got him at nighttime and you guys were asleep. Hey girl, sorry, I had to eat my sausage and take my dog out because he had to go, okay? But yeah, I was basically saying that the Roman governor, Pharisees, religious leaders, you know, basically made an agreement that we're going to protect the Roman soldiers. Basically, just by saying, oh, the disciples came at night and took him out of his tomb and whatever. Like, that's how he rose from the dead. Like, just still denying him. So, I just couldn't believe it. And then I couldn't believe, I did not know that Judas hung himself. I did not know that. And I felt so bad for Judas because at the same time, like, I'm irritated with him. Of course, don't get me wrong. Don't twist it. But the fact that when they were having the Passover meal, he had said, the one who's going to betray him, he said how horrible it'll be for him that he should have never been born. And I was like, damn. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I just finished Matthew. I'm about to go ahead and read Luke. I guess I'm just going to, go in that order because, well, why not? I finished Genesis, like Exodus. I was trying to go in order, but then I went all over the place. I finished Proverbs, Philippians, Ecclesiastes. I think like First Peter or something. Like all the shorter ones, your girl finished, but the longer ones, your girl was like, I'm halfway through Psalms. Psalms is so long, but it's good. It's full of like prayers for different things, anxious, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, joy, praise, all the things. So it is a good book, but it's a lot of prayers. So if you need praying, you could probably find it in Psalms. But yeah, other than that, I just feel like I felt very on a spiritual high for God while I was reading Matthew, just because I was learning so much. I think one of the ones that got me was the parable of the evil farmer. That one was very, very interesting. I kind of want to do a separate video on that, but from what I can remember, it was just it was a little difficult for me to understand until at the end of it, it said that the evil farmers basically play the role of the Pharisees and the religious leaders and stuff like that. And it was just crazy because how it goes is, someone hires servants or farmers to go and, take care of the land. And then the owner goes very far and, does whatever, right? So I think he wanted like either some tax from the land or I forgot what it was, but he wanted something. So he told his servants to go get it. And from my memory, they beat him up. They killed and stoned like the servants. There you go. There's farmers and there's servants. So he sent the servants to go get whatever it was that he needed. And I think it was like his portion of the tax or something. I don't remember. So they killed, and they stoned the first half. He sent a new set of servants. They did the same thing. Beat, killed, stoned. Then he sent his son, like, surely you will not kill my son. Girl, they murdered him. They murdered him. Jesus was like, what do you think the owner is going to do to the farmers? And then the reply was like, that he's going to murder them and he's going to get the thing that he was owed and, all that. But then they realized that Jesus was talking about them. So I thought that was a very, very interesting one. I just read the parable of the 10 bridesmaids, and I thought that was interesting as well, where like you had 5 who were prepared. They had oils for their lamps, and 5 other ones didn't bring extra oil for their lamps. They were not prepared for anything. The groomsmen, I believe, it says bridegroom in my version. The bridegroom was delayed, so they kind of like was tired, fell asleep, whatever. By the time he was getting ready to come out, they tried to prepare, and they asked the other girls, can I get some oil for my lamp? But they was like, oh, we didn't bring enough for you guys. You guys have to go to the store and get your own. Man, they left. They went to the store to go get their own. The door was locked when they came back. And then basically God was describing how it'll be when he comes back. So when he comes back, you need to be prepared at all times. Okay? Let's give it a butt. So yeah, I've been learning a lot, and it's been very, very insightful. I feel like every time I read the Bible, there's so many vocabulary words that I do not know. So I found myself looking things up. I think when it was the parable of the evil farmers, I believe it was this one where there was something called a cornerstone. I did not know what that was. So I learned it was a foundation of like anything, like a house or whatever. Just the first piece you put, which foundation we all know is very important. But the cornerstone biblically is also God's kingdom. So I learned that. It was just really nice. Really nice. And then I do have a bone to pick with everybody. I want to know, there's also a part in Matthew where it says whose son is the Messiah. So for me, my thought process is, I'm like, everybody calls him the son of David. And in that one, Jesus was asking, let's talk about the Messiah. Whose son is that? The Pharisees and religious leaders replied, the son of David. And so Jesus was basically just saying, like, how can he be the son of David when David refers to him as my Lord? And then everybody was like, mic drop kind of thing. And for me, I took it as, I think that people have misinterpreted or misunderstood the meaning when there's a verse where, if you go back to somewhere in Chronicles, I forget, it's a lot to explain, sorry I'm talking for so long, but there's a verse where Nathaniel gets a message that has to be delivered to David, and in the message, the Lord is delivering that message. He tells the future of that, the fact that there will be one of David's descendants who will fulfill the mission of God. And so I think, and then he also used the words that it'll be your son who is my son, which is interesting, right? So I think a lot of people took that as, okay, yeah, he's the son of David. And I think that's fair, but I also feel like for me, when I pray, when I acknowledge God, I want to acknowledge him respectfully in the way that he wants to be called. So I know for sure that he calls himself the Son of Man, the Son of God, and the Messiah. He's Lord, God, Jesus, all of that. Jesus of Nazareth, that's his name. So I just want to be able to make sure that when I do pray, I acknowledge him in the way that he wants to be acknowledged. I don't want to acknowledge him in ways that people thought that he should be acknowledged, or things that we came up with on our own, So I just want to, that was interesting. I think that was interesting. So yeah, y'all, I'm learning a lot, and I'm just really happy about that. So I think that this fast is very beneficial. I am fasting from social media. I probably said this in the voiceover, but social media, sugar, those are like my main two, social media and sugar. I'm also just not really eating like any type of bread, muffins, like burgers. I'm not eating that. But I am eating meat for the sole purpose of, like I said, physical goals, just so that I can still have a balance in food. And I don't even eat a lot of meat. So yeah, guys, it's been good, but I also can't wait till it's over, because I've been thinking about my sugar. But to God be the glory, y'all know he gonna get us through it. So I'm just really happy to make it to day 7, and I can't wait to be back and say it's day 21, y'all. We did it. So I'll see y'all whenever. Bye. Hey, girly girl. It is officially day 10 of the fast. Oh my gosh, this is like crazy. I literally came on here 2 days ago just to tell y'all how it was going, but I just thought I'd update you since I have the time. I am constantly reading the Bible. I would say I could be praying a little bit more. My day usually consists of talking to God throughout the day. I don't know, I feel like during this time of not having much to do, I should be a little bit more intentional about what it is that, you know, I'm more so looking for in order to achieve His will. Because I think one thing I could be honest about that's stopping me is that I do believe that my passion here of content creation is like what I am supposed to do. But I think the part that has stopped me for so long, first of all, as vulnerable as I am as talking about my skin, that's one of the factors. I am a picker, so obviously, no, I do not make it better. But however, I don't know what happened, like, to my skin. So that insecurity is really, like, bothering me. But there's nothing I could do about it. So I do show up on camera at times, but not for the content that I really want to put out. Like, I have some video ideas that I want to get out, and I want to look, like, really pretty for that. And I feel like I do look pretty. It's just some minor things that I notice that I really want to be gone. So aside from skin, I would say definitely hair. This head wrap is kind of cute, but this isn't the look I want to give. It's just not. And my hair not being done, I think, really sets me back. So I just don't have a routine on how to take care of, like, myself. And I'm really trying to get out of wearing wigs throughout the whole year, because that's basically what I did this past year. I basically wore a wig all year long. So I'm just trying to figure out what works best for me right now. But yeah, I definitely feel like appearance wise, my videos are not aesthetically gonna look how I want them to look because of how I'm looking. And so I don't have that schedule down pat on what I'm gonna do with myself. I removed my nails, y'all. Yeah, I want to redo my maintenance vlog. But anyway, that is how the fast is going. I realized that I really went 10 days without sugar. Like, if you know me, you know that I love sugar. Like, sugar in a way that if I have it once or twice in a day, but more so once, I'm comfortable. Twice, I'm like super satisfied. But I rarely do twice. I might do twice a day in 1 week, but never, like, because I do pay attention, like, okay, girl, you did too much. You know what I'm saying? I do pay attention to that. But yeah. So today I haven't had an itch for sugar at all. Like, it's so surprising when I think about it. My mind is like, okay, you want sugar. But then I have to, like, train myself, like, girl, you're on a fast, girl. You don't need that. And I actually had something that, like, supplements the sugar for me. And everybody's fast is different. I'm doing the Janelle fast, the fast that works for me. Janelle loves sugar. She stay on social media, and she's minimizing, like, her bread intake, which minimizing means no burgers, no bread, like toast, none of that, sandwiches, no muffins, like croissants, stuff like that. I don't eat a lot of that, but it is consumed more. Like, I do like those things, and it is consumed more often than not. So that's what I'm doing. Strictly no sugar, no bread, no social media. So, and when I say social media, I mean 2 specific apps, TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, on YouTube, I go on YouTube sometimes doing research most of the time. So, there's that. But yeah, this is how the fast is going. I plan on going to Mother's, the grocery store, to get a smoothie and something that I can eat for this fast. Because I will say I am a little bit more hungrier. Like, I feel like my stomach did decrease in size, but I also worked out today. So when you work out, you realize that you get a little bit more hungry. So an apple and an orange isn't gonna just fulfill me right now. But yeah. So I'll say for that part, that's how it is truly going. So I will check back more so towards the end of the fast to let you know things that I learned, what I'm doing. I'm currently reading Mark, and I'm going to dabble in that right now while I'm in the car, just waiting around. Yeah. Hey, girl. You know what? We are 3 days post fast. I can't believe it, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Sorry, excuse me. We did go ham as soon as it was over. Yep. On Sunday, we was like, yeah, let's go get Big Burger. Let's go get Tierra Mia. Girl, I went a little ham. It wasn't that bad because I was already eating meat. So, yeah. But overall, I do want to say, I think that if I gained anything from the fast, I think the most important thing was realizing how much I'm delaying my will, not my will, but God's will for me, how much I'm delaying the process because social media has really taken over the parts of my life that could be productive. So that is something that I did notice, and I decided to carry on the fact that I will not be on Instagram like I used to. I honestly can kind of say I really don't like the app anymore. Like, even people that I know on there, like, I don't know. It's just, I can't even explain it. Instagram is not it for me personally. And I was able to let go of like a sugar addiction that I had. I want to say, like I said, by day 4 or 5, I was really struggling to like have something sweet. And I made it 21 days, y'all. It just showed me that the things that I relied on, I don't need. And I can't promise you that I'm not gonna, do my sugar and my sugar stuff, because I think what I understood is doing everything in moderation is important as well. So, um, yeah, that's what I discovered along the way, and I'm very grateful for the experience. I want to say, just as far as getting closer with God, I feel like that definitely happened. I didn't get any like revelations as to what I need to be doing with my life like differently. I think that I am on the right path as to be consistent with YouTube, be disciplined, and just continuing that journey of getting to where we need to be and where we want to be, where God is putting us. So, yeah, I read a lot I finished through Matthew, I finished through Mark, and now I'm in Luke. I'm gonna finally open the Bible today because it's been 3 days post fast. I have not touched the Bible for 2 days, so today is day 3, and I'm going to touch the Bible tonight and continue reading through Luke. I will do it again. I feel like fasting is important, especially because Jesus is not here anymore. I think we need to do that often because we rely on the world and people to guide us to where we need to be when we really need to be relying on God. And I will also throw in there that I did not feel any sort of anxiety while being on the fast. If I did, it was very like slim to none. I think social media does cause an anxiety for me to want to do better according to culture, want to do better according to what other people have. And I think that I really was able to focus on myself during the fast and focus on what God wants for me. So if you're trying to limit your anxiety, maybe try limiting social media, the interactions you have on there, and the things that you watch. I feel like you're consuming such a variety of content. You may see a mountain moving in one video, someone dying in the next. You may see somebody get a new car in the next video. It's just a very up and down, spectrum of content that we consume. And I think that is important to really be like, should I be partaking in all of this action and activity? So yeah, you guys, that is what it was for the fast. I wish I could show you more of what I ate, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little how it went for me, and I do recommend for people to try it. If you guys want more content like this, definitely let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
The sun is shining, it's a new day.